So, while in the midst of the kind of the protests, everything that's happened in this country right now, I mean, seriously, there's the deeper issue going on in terms of the race stuff going now. There's there is so much focus on race. It is absolutely insane. Martin Luther King Jr. fought, almost with his life, possibly even fought with his life, peacefully, by the way, to make it to where people are not judged by their color of the skin, but the content of the character. That's what he fought for. But today, especially the Democrats are fighting to do the exact opposite. They want to be judged by their skin color and to be treated special depending on their skin color, on their race. It's pathetic. It's not how life's supposed to work. And I'm gonna be blunt right here. So, and this is controversial to many people, but I don't care. It is the truth. Your race does not matter. Your race, your color of skin does not matter. That's literally it's a physical attribute of you. It's literally just just your skin, just what you look like. That's all it is. That's all race is. But that should not have any hold on what your personality, your identity, at all. It should not. It simply should not. And people act like the race is the most important thing about you. It's far from it. Seriously, God created us in His image. Created all humans in His image. Do you think He was thinking about color of your skin when He's doing that? No. No, He created us uniquely and individually, despite this color of skins. That does not matter whatsoever, not one iota. What matters is your character, your identity, and everything. And so, and that's what is so astonishing, that people are just so much focus on the race stuff. It's really astonishing to me. And it's definitely not anywhere near biblical whatsoever. God, again, sent Jesus for everyone. As it says in John 16, God so loved the world that He gave His only Son, so that anyone who believes in Him should not perish but have eternal life. And it says anyone in there. Literally anyone who believes in Him. So with that in mind, when you have that mindset that Christ came down for everyone, for anyone who believes in Him, actually, and you accept it and start following Him, your outlook on life becomes completely differently. You stop looking at people you stop looking at people or as their race, but as what's in their hearts, what their character is like. And that's how really that's how our lives should work. And Andrew Breitbart once famously said that politics is downstream of culture. And also, culture is downstream of God. So you got God, and we have that at the center of your life. And that's for most people have God as the center of their life. That ultimately affects the culture, and which ultimately affects the politics of the country. But the problem is, over the past few years, we have completely forgotten about that. Society has decided that, God is not important, so we just toss Him aside. And the Christians of this country cowered away in hiding and decided that the culture was not worthy of reaching out to, which is why we lost the culture, and which led to the politics to where we are now. And so when people don't have God in their lives like that, they look to other things to kind of fill that hole. And most people choose materialism or self. And with the self crowd, they want kind of put themselves above others. And most people, and when they fail, at something, they want to look to something to blame, which leads us to the whole victimhood thing, where if you look at yourself as a victim, that means you don't claim any responsibility to what you do with your life. It's someone that's trying to tear you down every day, and it's largely based off where the color of your skin. If you think that, unfortunately, people, especially black people, have been convinced that they're victims in this country. Again, that doesn't ignore that they were victims, but in 2020, America, that's not really the case anymore. Yes, there's still racists out there, but America is not a racist country. And so you have an individual agency too. What you do with your life is really up to you. But we look at yourself as a victim and try to blame others for your failures. And really, and the reason why they're trying to tear you down is because of your skin. That's what makes everything so miserable. That's why so much anger. Everybody's so angry right now because they're not fulfilled by this notion of being victimhood. So that's why they're so angry, trying to find things to be outraged about, so they can be fulfilled. It's quite sad to see so many miserable people out there, but thankfully there is hope. That's why that's why Jesus came to earth, to die on the cross and be resurrected for anyone who believes in him. There's hope in that. There's hope in you putting your identity in him. You're ultimately fulfilled. You don't have to fill up your life with anything else. Jesus is all you need. So again, this is why I do this. That's why I do the podcast, why I do my blog and everything. It's because of this. People need to know the hope that Jesus brings. It's sad, it's fulfilling, it's joyful, and I want people to know that. People really need to know that. And if people do, this world will be so much better.